I will keep the mics off so that we don't get any disturbance in between, but I will keep the mic open in between again and again so that you guys, if you have any doubts, any questions, you can ask. We are starting in another 1 2 minutes, so bear with us. Some people are still joining. Okay, so we are at 11:33. I think we're gonna start in another 1 minute. If you have any questions, any doubts, you can write it in the chat and then our team can answer that. Okay, all right. Then let us start with our today's seminar. I guess everyone can hear me clearly. So let's start with that. We have started the recording, so if anyone misses any part of it, they can always ask us. We already have around 44 people as a participant. Some people are still joining. So let's hope for a good seminar today. I thank you everyone for joining today. So good morning, everyone. A warm welcome to all participants present today in this seminar. Thank you for your time. I am Palash Chopra. I'm the co-founder of Namaste Germany, and I am your host today. In this seminar, we're gonna discuss about some smart savings in gold in Germany. Moreover, as you all are a part of Namaste Germany, we are bringing some special offers and opportunities, especially for you, which you don't get anywhere else. So please stay with us till the end of this seminar, so don't lose this opportunity. Let me give you a brief about myself. I always had an interest in financial sector, and after completing my engineering 2013, I was preparing for competitive exams in India. Along with that, I was teaching finance to students. I was teaching finance to students who are preparing for MBA exam. And in the meantime, I prepared myself also for MBA. I given the CAT exam and I got into SPJ in Mumbai and European Business School, Germany. It was a global program. I came to Germany in 2018 and started my career with Jamuna.com as a co-founder and a project manager. It is an Indian e-grocery platform. Alongside, I've started Namaste Germany in 2020, initially as a information giving platform, but later on we added more services to that. Simultaneously, that time I was working with Trend Tours. It is a travels company as an e-commerce manager. Due to always had an interest in finance, I had completed my Ausbildung and certification in financial domain, and since 2021, I'm a full-time financial consultant. I speak 5 different languages, which help communicating with expert clients like you. I speak German, English, Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, and we do have partners in our team who speak multiple Indian languages as well. I am a IHACA certified investment banker and insurance advisor. These are some of my certifications, and according to German government regulation, with these certifications, I am eligible to sign and stamp your contracts, which are accepted by banks and financial institutions. We as a team have to give financial exams every year to prove our credibility. Now, let me provide you a quick overview about Namaste Germany. It was made in 2020 with an idea of creating a platform for Indian expats where we can solve most of their problems in Germany, which I faced myself. We are specializing in providing tailored financial solutions, ensuring that our clients achieve a financial stability and success while residing in Germany. Since 2021, I'm a full-time financial advisor. Why I am saying again and again a full-time financial advisor? As many advisors working in Germany, you have seen many multiple people on Facebook, on YouTube, they are portraying themselves as financial advisors. But most of them are either doing their full-time job or they have something on the side and they are doing this financial advisory as a side business. That means most of the time they don't have time to provide you after contract service, which is important after doing a contract with any financial advisor. Recently, I have gone through many Facebook posts where Indian expats are struggling with the same, not satisfied with their service of their financial advisor, who do not entertain them when they actual have problem have. That is why we at Namaste Germany are dedicated to provide you best service to our clients, and we are providing online and offline consultation, including after contract services, free of cost. But why Namaste Germany when so many consultants available in the market? In our platform, we are now providing more than 8 language support and adding new languages regularly. This is one-stop solution for all your financial requirements. Our team can speak Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Punjabi, English, Deutsch, and many other regional languages. Moreover, you have someone like me or my team to help you talk and discuss and resolve your problem. We will provide you after contract services as well, like documents check, claim filing, changes in contract, and our consultations is 100% free for our clients. For some services, we do charge like tax optimization service, like tax filing service through our third party, but most of the service that we provide, the consultations are free of charge. So what are our service? We are providing various German financial services, including real estate investments, loans, investments, general investments, insurances, and so on. We also have a team in India which helps providing Indian services like insurances, bank services, loans, and investments. And in Germany, we are also offering work opportunities, which we're going to talk about in the end of this seminar, where people can learn with us, do Ausbildung and certification. And these Ausbildungs we are providing free of cost. You don't have to pay anything in that. The only investment that you do is your time. Our concept is all finance concept, which means all financial services and products at one place. So as a client, you don't have to run from one place to another for having different financial products. We have many partners in India and Germany. We are regularly doing free seminars. For example, in Germany, we have WeConnect Vishakha as our partner. She's also a full-time advisor. She's our team member. She's one of the oldest team member we have in Namaste Germany, and she has her own startup, WeConnect, where she is also helping Indian expats to be ease in Germany. Vishakha, can you give a little bit brief about yourself?
Hi everyone, good morning. I'm Visakha. So as Palash told, I'm also a full-time financial advisor here in Germany, which means we are all certified advisors. Complete. So professionally, we do financial consulting. And WeConnect is my startup. And apart from financial consulting, we also provide language training. So that is how we help expats. Yeah, Palash, thank you.
Thank you so much, Vishakha. We do have our other partners as well in the today in the call, but um, for example, they are pretty. Maybe some have their guests, so they are not able to let's say introduce themselves. But I thank everyone from my team. Faria is there, Veer is there, Akansha is there. Thank you so much, guys, to be there in the seminar. So yeah, so as I said, we are regularly doing many seminars like this. We are doing online and offline seminars. We have done more than we have educated more than 1,500 participants online and 200 plus offline participants as well. We are very active with the Indian community and regularly sponsoring events like cricket event, Bihar event, and many other events like that. My team consists of 10 members currently who are specialists in their specific fields, which can help us providing customized service according to the client requirement, according to their language support, what they need, and we can provide them language support like that also. Our office currently is in Frankfurt and Lübeck, so that means you can visit us in our office if you want to visit offline. If you want to do online consultations, we can help you doing online consultation as well. Nowadays, most of the clients are preferring online consultation, so not a problem for us. But we do have a representative in most of the cities, like big cities like Dusseldorf, Berlin, Munich. We have our representatives there as well. So if you have any support needed in that city, we can also guide you and help you because we do have representatives there as well. So yeah, as I said, in the end of this seminar, we are talking about some special offers and a second earning opportunity with us. So stay with us for these special offers. If you have any questions, any doubts, please write them in the chat. We will take them in the end of the seminar. And regularly, I will keep taking questions whenever I'm explaining any products or services. So if you have any doubts, you can ask them. But I will try to answer most of them either in the chats or in the seminar itself, so you don't lose any of it. So let's start with today's agenda. So today's agenda is specifically focusing on smart investments, which is gold. How you can get the exclusive insights, what gold is looking at, like how gold future looks like, what are the tax benefits in gold investments, and tips how you can save also on bank account fees. This is also a very hot topic these days. Many people have reached out to us, so as I thought we will include that into this seminar, because paying 5 6 7 euros per month for a bank account makes no sense. So how we can save that, and you can use that money to maybe invest in your future or your kids future. Before starting and jumping into the investment part, we have to understand one aspect is insurances. I'm not going to take too much time on the insurance part, but at least I have to give you some insight about it, that why insurances are important. Insurances are very important to protect your family and assets and your savings as well, because in Germany, you know that things can happen anytime and there can be multiple scenarios where you can lose your hard earned money. Give you an example. For example, this is your life and everything is going fine. But let's say there is an accident, or let's say a natural problem. And what happens is your complete life is disturbed with that. But what will happen if you have a shoots angel, which is called insurance angel, which can save you in any kind of uncertainties? So if anything happens, the angel can save you from these kind of problems. I can explain you anything that you ask, but I can give you some example where you can understand, okay, these kind of problems can happen with anyone. This is an actual example from one of my client, where they had faced a short circuit in their apartment, and due to the short circuit there was a fire. And these are the actual photos of that apartment. You can see, firstly, let me show you the videos and photos, and then I can explain you what happened there. So these are the actual photos there, where you can see that the client had short circuit, and then the complete apartment was almost burnt down. The kitchen was completely burned down, and the complete apartment was almost very much damaged. You can see the fire brigade was there, and it was like 10 11 p.m. in the night, and they all were standing on the road. So what happened? The client called me, and this is where come in the picture, because the client called me that time. I was in India, and it was 2 p.m. in the night approximately, and he called me. He called me 3 times. My phone generally stays on do not disturb, but when someone calls me in an emergency case 2 3 times, the call rings, because I understand that some people can have emergency. So the phone ring, I pick up the call, and I said, "Hi, Milan, what happened?" He said, "Palash, I have a fire in my apartment. What should I do?" And I knew that this client has taken the insurance from me, so I knew that things can be settled down. So I said, "Okay, Milan, there is nothing you can do right now. Take your important stuff and go into an emergency accommodation like an hotel, and we will talk about it in the morning. Do not stay in the apartment because it is not safe, but take whatever you can, emergency things, and go to a hotel." He said, "Okay, Palash, thank you so much for the suggestion." If it was a German advisor, he would have never picked up a call. And if it was a company, generally in Germany, after let's say 6 p.m., you cannot reach to any customer care. So you are on the road and you don't know what to do. Just a suggestion can help you handling a situation in a much better way. So the client went to a hotel, and next day I called him. I understand the situation. I said, "Okay, no problem, Milan. You have a insurance, so we will sort it out." What we have to do is, I called generally, I discussed with them the case. They said, "Okay, ask the client to maybe find an emergency accommodation, because the house management said that the apartment needs a renovation. You cannot stay there, so at least 2 to 3 months will be needed for renovating the apartment. So he needs an emergency accommodation." So he started finding some emergency accommodation, and he find a Airbnb, and the Airbnb was costing like around 3,000 euros a month, because Airbnbs are not cheap. I said, "No problem." We discussed with generally. This generally said, "We will cover everything, not a problem." So the cost of moving out of the apartment, because the client had important stuff, his furniture, everything. So he hired a company. The company helped him moving out of the apartment for 3 months. The cost of the emergency accommodation, the cost of the damages, the cost of the hotel cost, and the moving back cost as well. Everything was paid by our partner company. This is a damage from 2023, and everything took some time to settle down, because there were multiple things that needs to be taken care. And in total, the damage was around 14,000 euros, including the rent and everything. itself, the client's damage was around 6,900 euros, excluding the rent, which was paid by the company, plus the rent was also paid. So you can understand a small insurance can save hard earned money. Otherwise, you would have paid that yourself. And this is not I am talking about. These are some actual, let's say, cases. I took it from screenshot from Facebook, and you can see one client is not even my client. So he lost a key in the apartment, and now the company is asking them to charge 10,000 euros because the full building of keys has to be replaced, because there is only one key that comes for all apartment, which is used for the main door, and then there is a key which you can use for accessing your apartment. So generally this is one key, so every apartment key has to be changed. This is costing a lot because these are centralized locks. So just a lost key can cost you 10,000 euros, such a small thing. And this is not I am saying, this is what you can even go and online and check in these groups as well. On the other hand, the client by mistake left a candle on the floor, and now you can see the damage, and that then this damage also doesn't cost less, maybe a few hundred euros. So things can happen anytime. And if you don't have some insurances, it can cost you a hell lot of money. Some insurances which can be helpful in such situations are household content insurance and liability insurance, but you need to see that you should have a good liability insurance, because a lot of companies make the insurance cheap by reducing the coverage, and then you are end up with not getting a claim. We're going to talk about some important insurances for expats. Few insurances are liability insurance, which is a third party damage insurance. If you are living in a rented apartment, most of the damages, please quote, I am saying most of the damages because not every damage is covered by liability. In a rented apartment, only fixed part of the apartment is generally covered by liability. What is the fixed part of the apartment? Like floor damages, bathroom fittings, if you have damaged your bathroom, and let's say you lose your keys, for example. But things like any furnished apartment, the furniture damage is not covered. Any damages to the kitchen, if the kitchen was already provided by the landlord, not covered inside. So please take care that don't assume that liability insurance covers every damage in the apartment. If you damage anything outside your apartment worldwide, then generally everything is covered inside because it is a third party damage. But when you are living in a rented apartment, the insurance companies assume that you get an apartment which has only walls and floor. Generally, most of the apartments in Germany don't get comes with a kitchen. So these are not included generally inside. Bathrooms are covered inside because bathroom will be there. Bathroom fittings are there, floors are there, any fixed part of the house is there, but not which is movable properties like kitchen, it can be reassembled, and furnitures. These are not covered inside, but keys losses are covered inside. Then second comes is the house rat insurance, which is a household content insurance, which covers during any fire damages. As I showed you an example, this was a fire damage during a short circuit. Any water damage, leakage, for example, the water pipes running from the walls. If you have damage in your apartment due to these leakage, and also during that damages, if your personal stuff is also damaged, these are also covered inside the household insurance. Plus, this insurance also cover the theft. If you have a theft in your apartment, which is very common nowadays in the Indian household, that means you can lose your cash, you can lose your gold, you can lose your stuff like laptop, mobile, any other stuff in the apartment. But if you have a theft insurance, you can claim that. Of course, you need some proofs that you had these products and services to you, but at least there is a possibility that you can get claim of that. And not only you're in your own apartment, if you are traveling anywhere in the world and you are staying in a hotel or Airbnb and there is a theft from that room also, that is also part of the household content insurance. So if your personal stuff is stolen from there, you can claim that. Then comes the dental insurance, because in public insurances, if you don't know that, most of the things are partially covered. For example, if we talk about kids, dental braces are partially covered by public insurance. And if you need a good, let's say, dental braces, then they can cost you between 2,000 to 3,000 euros from your pocket. Once the public insurance pays, still you have to pay 2 to 3,000 euros from your pocket for the complete process. That's a costly procedure. So if you have kids, where is a high possibility that the kids can get in future, let's say, braces, so you need to be careful about it. You need to take the insurances beforehand, because If you think that I will, if the doctor has suggested the braces and now I take insurance and it will be covering, no. A lot of insurances do have few waiting periods, so you need to take care about it. Few for some services like dental braces, the waiting periods can be 3 to 5 years, because the companies also know that people generally take this insurance when they need it only. So that is why it is always recommended that you take them initially before you don't see the problem, because if you see the problem then you take an insurance, probably it will not be covering. So then you end up paying a lot of money from your pocket. Job lawyer insurance, nowadays layoffs are happening, so you can have a job lawyer insurance. You can help, who can help, of course the lawyer cannot help you sustaining the job, but at least they can help you maybe getting some extra returns from the company, like severance pay or something. Life insurance, we do check life insurances in India. Life is unpredictable. I have lost a lot of friends, families, without any reason. Young people I have lost in my known circle. And a lot of time people don't take life insurance because they think that I am a healthy person, nothing can happen, but things happen. And then your family is on the road, or they are suffering because you didn't take care of what will happen if you are not there. Life insurances are comparatively cheaper in Germany, so please take care of that. That if you are buying in Germany or in India, probably you will pay less money in Germany. Secondly, if you are paying life insurance in Germany, life insurance is tax deductible insurance, so you can get the tax benefits on that. So, firstly, you are paying less money on for the life insurance premium because the life expectancy is better in Germany. Secondly, the health services are better, so they are less medical deaths in Germany compared to India. And thirdly, you are getting tax benefits. So everything in a positive way. So if you're thinking long-term living in Germany, I would highly recommend go for a life insurance. Life insurance can be even start from few euros per month, depending on what coverage you choose. As we have to talk about the tax benefits, so there are few insurance which are tax deductible: life insurance, accident insurance, work disability insurance, dental insurance, job lawyer insurance, third party car insurance, liability insurance. These are some of the insurances which are tax deductible. So you can show them during the tax filing and get some returns on that. So you or also get some extra tax returns. And these insurances are not very expensive. For example, I always recommend taking a package. Why package? Because you don't know which insurance covers what damage. For example, I give you an idea. Let's say you are drilling a hole in the wall with a drill, and you make a pipe damage, water pipe damage. Now there are two insurances which are involved with that. One is a liability insurance because you made the damage yourself. Secondly, there will be household insurance because the water damage is included. Plus, if the damage happens to the apartment building, or maybe if you are living in a multi-story building and the damage goes down also to other apartments, that will be covered by the household insurance. So you need to be having multiple insurances. One insurance cannot cover every damage. So I always recommend the basic package, at least the liability insurance, household, glass insurance, accident insurance. This is the basic package which I recommend. Depending on the apartment size, it varies, but generally if you are living in a small apartment, the price can start from 20 euros a month. And if you are taking a package, we give you free of cost mobile display coverage as well. That means if you have a good mobile like iPhone or something, the display damage can easily cost you 3 to 400 euros, which is covered inside this package. So if you are paying, for example, let's say your small apartment, you are paying 200 euros a month, 200 to 20 euros a month. That means you pay 240 euros in a year. You get some tax benefits. So let's say effectively you pay 200 euros in a year, and now in a year you damage your mobile display. Let's say your kid damage your mobile display, and you have to pay 300 euros for the display. But because you have the coverage in this package, so the 300 euros damage was covered by the insurance itself. So you pay 200, you have the all the coverages, plus your mobile is repaired free of cost. So technically you have paid nothing. So this is how you can smartly manage your expenses and insurances. And some insurances like travel medical insurance, which is very cheap insurance. And please, there is a mistake. This is not 16 euros a month. This is 16 euros per year, or 35 euros per year for a family. So if you are a family of 3 or more people, that will cost you 35 euros a year. And if you're traveling worldwide anywhere, and there is any medical expenses, like you're traveling to India and there is a medical expense, you can refund that. This is only 35 euros a year. So almost maybe 3 euros a month, but you cover your family for the complete year. Then we also offer you a free credit analysis that we can check what is your financial status. We can analyze your insurances. If you have already insurances, are this good or not? Are you have good coverage or not? Is your advisor good or not? Financial statement, we can check what is your financial states and can we do it better. Investment banking, we can help you investing your money and we give you a guarantee of 100% satisfaction. Until you are not satisfied, anyways we are not charging anything, but if you are not satisfied, we will make you satisfied, as we will try to do that. And these are some of our client testimonials. You can see that we are helping our clients during the claim process. The client is not alone during the claim process. We help them filing the claims so that they don't have to themselves get into a trouble of talking to the company, writing emails in German, or calling the company and calling the company and trying to talk in German. We take care your burden ourselves. We give you a premium service, the VIP service that you are looking for. And this is just few of them. If you go on our Facebook or Instagram page, if you go on We Connect page, you will find these kind of posts we are posting every day, because client do give us thank, and we then put it further, so that we are also happy that we helped our community living in Germany. That is why we are here. Now I'm gonna open the mic for just for 2-3 minutes, because I think most of the questions are already answered by Vishaka in the chat. But I'm gonna open the mic for just 1-2 minutes. So if I take any important questions there. Okay. Anyone has any questions?
Yes, I have one.
Yes,
I think
Santosh.
you, I think you mentioned that the example of someone drills the wall
Yeah.
and then the pipe got damaged. But
Mhm.
I think it's a liability insurance, because the pipes is not covered by the, you mentioned it's covered by the house rat insurance.
Yeah.
The pipes is a fixed one, and it should be covered. It's not coming under the house rat insurance, right? Of
No.
course, the liability insurance matters there because you are causing a damage to a third party. But I think it is covered
So
under
Santosh,
also.
because there are water damages also involved in that case. Of course, the damage to the pipe and the wall or whatever it is there is covered by liability, because it was mistake from the client. But when the
Correct.
damage goes further, let's say to another apartment due to water damage or something, then house rat has to be involved in that.
But it's not caused by any fire or anything. The source is caused by
That's okay. That's negligence is
fermentation
also
accident.
covered inside. We don't say that it is a natural automatic process. If you also make a damage, then also the house rat insurance is covered there, because it negligence can be caused by anyone. For
Okay,
example,
that,
let's say you put multiple, let's say, chargers in a stack dose. I don't know what is a stack dose. It's a extension, and now the extension got a fire. So it was a negligence, because you put a lot of heat and out of stress on that. So that was a negligence. So things are covered inside. A good insurance do covers that. I'm not saying for every insurance, but do insurance is covered that. That is why I recommend to taking a package, because the insurance thing is so complicated that we cannot say that this was specifically from liability or this was specifically from house art. But if you have all, the company can themselves decide from which insurance they should take the coverage.
mhm.
Palash, with your permission, I want to just give an example for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, when we two insurances have to be involved, is like, for example, one loses his keys. Yeah. And that is coming under liability insurance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
key losing is okay. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
understandable.
just
But
an
I'm
example.
talking about
No,
the
no,
other
I'm
scenario.
not telling you, Santosh. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not telling you anything. Yeah. I'm just telling a general example. So one lost his keys, and that is covered under liability insurance. And this person is locked outside the house, and now he has to call a locksmith to open the door, and that is covered under house rat insurance. So that is how the insurances are, linked to each other, because loss of the keys, it's covered by liability, and calling a locksmith is house rat. So okay, having your liability, your loss of your keys is, of course, it's paid. But then when you call your locksmith, again, you have to pay. And also, if you're calling, especially in the late hours or on, holiday time, it is double the price. Yeah, they are charging between 150 to 300 euros. So that is how the insurances work together. And also, like what Palash explained is right, because until the moment he drilled the wall, yes, he did a liability. But then the moment when the pump pipeline was damaged, it is it's a water damage, because I myself had such a had a claim. So two insurances had to be involved. Yeah.
Thank you, Shaka. So that's why, Mr. Santosh, that we say that multiple insurances are required, because you don't know which component will work in some specific situation. There can be two or three, sometimes three components can also be involved. And if you have insurances from different companies, then the company will start fighting with each other that we don't cover that, you don't cover that, and then the claims are delayed. If you have it from one company, it's easier for you to manage that. Okay, Vishnu, you have a question. You have raised the hand.
Yeah, regarding the house rat insurance in case of theft. So, do I have to declare to you what stuff I have at home, or
No,
how
you
does
don't
it
need
work?
to declare anything, but the house should be properly locked during the theft. It should be a forced entry. It should not be like you left your door open and someone got into, or let's say you left your key somewhere and someone got into the apartment with the key. The house should be properly locked. What company says that when you are closing the keys, it should be turned 2 times so that it is properly locked, so that no one can enters the house. And the key, the let's say the window should be closed, for example, when you're leaving the house, so no one can enter from there. Things can that should be covered inside. Then of course, for some things like cash or gold, there are few limits, and there are few things which we need to take care, which we can talk about in one-to-one call, how you can mitigate that. But for general things like your laptop, your phone, or other stuff, you don't need to provide us anything initially.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I will take the last question. Satish, you had a question.
So, do you also provide service for the legal protection insurance?
We do everything. We explained it in the beginning, so we do every kind of insurance.
Okay, so because I do have separate insurances, like you said, liability, house fraud,
We
legal
can talk
protection.
about it in a one-to-one.
But you're saying, how could be combined? Can be combined in one as a package, and you can provide service. That is what the purpose,
No,
right?
no, I'm not saying if you combine, then only we will provide the service. I'm saying that it is better for you to do that, because it's easier for you to raise the claim and do that. Let's forward.
Okay.
I will take everyone's question in the end of the call, whatever is remaining, because then we will not able to cover the gold part, which is the main topic today. And whoever questions are left, we will take that. If you want to write it in the chat, we will answer it, and we will take it in the further discussion, because many people have today is Sunday, so maybe some people have their own appointments and everything. Okay, so let's move forward. Now, the second step for smart savings are budgeting. What we generally lack is we are not budgeting our expenses, our savings, and everything. We don't talk about money. That's the main problem in the family. If you start talking about money with your kids, with your family, with your wife, things will be much easier, because talking about money can solve a lot of problems. If you talk about money, things can be easier, but sometimes it is hard to keep track of each and everything. So we have some easy ways to do that. So number one is that we can follow a rule, which is 50-30-20 rule. That means we are giving you 80% of your income that you can use for yourself, which can be 50% for your fixed needs, like it can be rent, education, car payments, utilities, groceries. 30% you can use for your enjoyment, like you need to do shopping, vacation, streaming, which is a lot of money. We are saying that just keep 20% savings for your future and for your investment. Just 20%. If you're earning, for example, 2,000 euros, just keep 400 euros for any such things, what we are going to talk further, so that you can secure your future also, and you can also enjoy your life. Just to understand with an example, this is a family which is earning 3,500 euros net income and 250 euros as a kindergarten. That means they are earning in total 3,750 euros. From that, 50% is 1,500 plus 1,875 euros, which they need for their fixed cost, which they can reduce. So fixed costs are rent, grocery, insurance, car liabilities, etc. 30% they are using for their enjoyment, family time, shopping, like 1125 euros every month they can use for shopping, travel, enjoyment. That's a lot of money. You can even do that kind of stuff less than that also, but let's keep 30%. And 20% we prefer that you should do for your future, for short term, long term, and retirement planning, and for emergency stuff as well. We're going to talk about what are the emergencies. But if you follow these kind of rules, you take our word that you will be into less trouble for the future. Because if you don't start saving now, that you can say I am young, I don't need to save for my future, the money will start losing its value, and you will start be having more pressure in the older time. And how you can manage it better, because if you have everything in one account, you will not be able to manage your expenses. So we always recommend that you should have always minimum two accounts. Okay, one account for your regular expenses, second account for your savings, emergency funds, retirement plans, these kind of things. Why? Because whenever you get a salary, let's say you get 2000 euros salary, you transfer 400 euros, 20% to the second account, which is a savings account, and you don't touch this money unless it is for investment or it is for emergency funds. If it is a do or die situation, use it. But if it is just that you want to buy something and you want to spend this money, I don't recommend it. It should not be like you want to buy a PS5 and you take money from your savings account. It is not an investment. If you want to do investment, you want to buy gold, you want to invest in real estate, you want to invest for your future retirement, go for that, amazing. But if you just want to use it for your enjoyment, don't touch this account. Then only you are let's say building your future savings. And you can even keep these money in, let's say, savings account, because in Germany you have two types of account. One is Giro account, which is regular bank account, and one is savings account. In saving account, you also get some interest, and nowadays the interest is around 2.75%, or maybe a bit less, maybe 2.5%, because the ECB has reduced the rates. But at least you are getting some return on your savings, so you can think about it. We can also offer you these kind of details. I'm not going to go in detail. If anyone needs a saving account which will give you some interest, reach out to us in one-to-one discussion and we can give you the details. And now comes the very hot topic these days. Everyone is posting on Facebook that my bank has started charging me 4 euros, 5 euros, 7 euros as a monthly management cost. Why do I have to pay for that? I am keeping my money in the bank. The bank is using that money to give loans to people, and they are earning money. Still, they are charging me for my money. Why do I have to do that? Because the German economy is collapsing. They are going down. So the banking sector is also going down. A lot of bank branches are being closed. If you go Google and check, thousands of bank branches overall Germany have been closed because they were not able to sustain their expenses. So that is why they are coming with things like monthly management cost. So do I have any option? Yes, either you can go for an online bank, but online banks, are they reliable? I don't recommend it. You can of course keep a second account for an online bank, but the main account, I would say it should be a brick or mortar bank, because it has more security than an online bank, plus extra benefits that we can offer you. We can offer you multiple options, but let's summarize it. If you take a bank account from us, we can offer you a bank account in Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank is one of the biggest banks in Germany. The bank account will be free for first 24 months, so there is no charges. If you use it as a salary account, minimum 500 euros should be added to that account, or a salary account. So for first 2 years, there will be no charges for that. After 2 years, the charges will be 4.5 euros a month, which is 13 euros per quarter. But do I have any option to keep it free after 2 years also? Yes, we have. For example, let's say you take our savings account from us, and please note it that you cannot get this account directly from Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank doesn't offer it directly. It is specifically for us and our partner company. So you cannot get this account. This is called Zinskonto Plus. If you go to Deutsche Bank and you ask, can I get a Zinskonto Plus? They will say no, we can give you only a Giro account, and their Giro account is costing from day one. But what we are offering is free account for 2 years. And after that also, how it can be free? If you like to invest your money and you have a depot account, an investment account, and if you have a minimum 10,000 euros in your depot account, the account will be cost free until you have a minimum 10,000 euros. Or if you take a personal loan or a home loan from us through Deutsche Bank, then also during the tenure of the home loan or personal loan, the account will be cost free. That means if you take a loan, personal loan, for example, for 10 years, the 10 years time period, the account will be tax cost free. If you take a home loan for 10, 15, 20 years, for 20 years, the account will be cost free. So we can give you a longer term of free account. And in next 2 years, many things can change. So maybe you take a loan, and because Deutsche Bank is one of the biggest banks that is providing loans in the market, so you also have a possibility that if you are a Deutsche Bank client, you also get attractive conditions during the personal loan and home loan. So if you are a Deutsche Bank account holder, you get priority and better rate of interest. So that is also there. So if a normal client is getting 6%, the same client, if they have a bank account with Deutsche Bank, probably they will get 5.5% for a personal loan. These kind of benefits are also there. Plus, we can also offer you a credit card which can work worldwide, and you can also take out money free of cost in Eurozone. Eurozone means if you are in a Euro zone where the Euro is the main currency of the country, then you can take out money from the ATM from a credit card without paying any extra cost. You know that if you are traveling to any other country, if you have to take out cash from any other bank, or in Germany also, if you have to take out cash from any other bank, you have to pay 5 or 10 euros charge for that. But that will not be the case here. If you are using this DVAG, Deutsche Bank credit card, to a certain amount, like 50 transactions in a year, the transactions will be cost free. So you don't have to pay any charges on the cash. Plus, it is not only that you have to take money out. If you need an ATM, you don't need to go to a Deutsche Bank only. Commerce Bank, Post Bank, and some other banks are partner with them. So you can take out from any other ATM, or you can go to a Shell station, Shell petrol station. You can go to a Railway, you can go to a Penny, and you can give them, and you can get a certain amount from them without paying any extra cost to them. So that extra options we are offering you, and this is all is available in the Deutsche Bank app. So you just open the app and you can see where I can get free money nearby me, and it will show you where you can get the free money out of it, cash. So that kind of stuff we are talking about. And this credit card also having cashback program where you can get 1% cashback up to 40 euros every year. So up to 4,000 euros, if you spend, you will get 40 euros cashback in the credit card. So get a better account than these online banks, which are opening every day, closing every day, and get some more security. And plus, we can offer you every service here. If you have any problem, you lose your ATM key, if you lose your debit card, we can help you reapplying it. You don't need to even go to the bank or call it. We can do it for you. So we can help you in this also. So get a bank account from us, free bank account, take it. Now, so best part of the day. We are coming to the part where we are going to talk about the investments. So we do have many kind of investments. Gold investment, which is today's topic. So I'm gonna only focus on gold investment, but we also do other kind of investment. As I said, I am a certified investment banker. So we can offer you mutual funds, we can offer you stocks, we can offer you pension plans, we can offer you Bauspar plan, and many other investment plans. So if anyone needs more detail about it, they can always connect with us, and we can help you in a free one-to-one call. Now, I ask everyone a question, and please give your answer in your mind or in the chat. How do you save your money? When I ask this to most of my clients, I get very common answer. I am keeping my money in my saving account or a bank account, and that is how I am investing my money. But that is not an investment. Your money is losing your power. So when you keep your money in bank, let's say the general banks give you a 0.5% return on your savings. And against that, they will charge you bank account charges, debit card charges, credit card charges, which is 10 to 15 euros a month. And what bank do with your money? They put it in investment, or they give it loan, and they earn between 800 to 1,200 euros on that money. That is your money keeping in the bank account. But you can also invest that money with a lower risk, and maybe with an average return of 6 to 8%, which is a lower risk. You can get 600 to 800 euros return on that 10,000 euros you have kept. I'm not saying that you keep directly invest 10,000 euros, but of course, at least you get some return on that, better than paying money to the bank accounts and still not getting anything on that. So how do you invest? How do I invest my money smartly with low risk? Step number 1 of investment, budget your investment. As I discussed before also, let's say an IT person, IT expat earning 4,000 euros a month. I would say put 15 to 20% of your net income in your second account, which can be used for various type of investments and emergency funds. So 50 to 20% is around 600 to 800 euros every month. You put it in the second account. You don't touch this money. Money is gone. This is in the second account only for emergencies or investments. Now, what we can do, now we can diversify that. depending on your goals. I'm not saying that everyone should do that, but depending on your goals, what is your goal? What is your future perspective? How long you want to stay in Germany? Do you want to stay for short term, 5 to 10 years? You want to live your life here? You want to have your kids grow here? Accordingly, we can give you flexible and non-flexible options, which can be between 3 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years, 10 to 20 years, long term. And I always recommend everyone that they should keep some emergency funds in their savings, because if you spend everything and if there is any emergency, things can go in a very wrong way and you don't know when the emergency strike. So for short term, like 3 to 5 years recommendation, we can offer you gold ETCs, gold plans with tax benefits, what we are going to talk about today. Low risk mutual funds, fixed deposits, saving accounts. Flexible medium terms are medium risk mutual funds, kids future investment plan, real estate if you are looking for at least 10 years or maybe less than that for self use. Bauspar we can offer you. For long term, we can offer you pension plans and hybrid pension plans or hybrid Lebensversicherung. And emergencies like job losses, we can offer you a bank account where you can keep your money, and these only for emergencies. And we generally recommend to have 3 to 6 months of your net income as your backup. So if you are having, let's say, 2,000 euros as your net income, you should keep at least 6 to 12,000 euros in your emergency fund. Why? Because if there is any job loss, like let's say job loss. So for example, sometime if you are leaving the job yourself, you need at least 3 months of emergency fund, because the job loss institute will not pay you for the first 3 months. But if you are being fired, then generally you are paid from the day one. But in some cases, if you have worked less than 1 year for paying the job loss insurance, you don't get any benefit. So that is why for covering those emergencies, or maybe there is an emergency in the family, you need funds. Keep these backups with you so that you don't panic in those situations. If you have emergency fund, at least you know that you will survive for another 3 to 6 months, which is your fixed cost. And then you can, in peace, you can start applying for jobs or maybe resolve the problem, whatever you have. So keep it like that. Now we coming to the topic, smart gold investment. I talk a lot and we have taken a lot of time, but yeah, it is all about investment. We have to prepare you for everything. So gold, why gold? We Indians, let's say expats, we love gold. India is one of the biggest hub of gold. In some theories, we have also read that Indian women have more gold than few countries in the world. So that kind of that kind of stake we are talking about, that we are one of the largest consumer of gold, because gold is one of the oldest, let's say, exchange currency. Gold is rare. Gold is in demand. Firstly, it is in rare demand. It is high demand and limited quantity. So gold cannot be reproduced. It is extracted from the nature, and that is why it is in high demand. And it is expected that by 2030, the existing gold reserve are going down very drastically. That means at least by 2030, you have a very high chance of appreciation. So you should consider buying gold. Every financial institution, it can be Bloomberg, it can be any other, they are all saying that gold is the future for the next at least few years, because every country is currently in crisis. Most of the countries are in crisis, either it is US or any other country. And whenever there is a crisis in the market, people start buying gold and keeping in their reserve. So gold is your next bet. Gold knows no inflation. In 650 BC, before Christ, 50 gram of gold was used to exchange 550 gram of bread. Right now also, if you go to market and want to buy, let's say 550 kg of bread, you will also have to give around 50 gram of gold exchange of that. That will be approximate cost of that. So gold knows no inflation. It is growing at the same rate. If you see the chart from 1970 to 2022, the blue lines are the inflation and the gold line is the gold. And you can see most of the time, I would say 95% of the time, the gold is beating the inflation. That means your gold prices are always going up, upper than the inflation. So if you have a gold, it is always above your inflation rate. That means your money is not losing its value. And this is the growth chart of the gold. You can see from 2000 to 2024, the gold has given an absolute price development of 829%. That is an average growth of 9.32%. Amazing. And there are very less lows. Generally, if a product is giving 9 to 10% return, the lows and highs are generally high. But here you can see gold is appreciating over the time. And just in the last 5 years, as I said, the gold is a crisis currency. As in the last year, for example, you can see in 2019, the gold appreciated by 20%. This is the time of Corona. 2020, Corona time, 14%. 2024, 23, also you can see 9%, 14% growth. War in the market. So you can see the gold has overall given very high, faster returns in the last 5 years. And we can see the future also, for at least for the few years, gold is a safe bet. Whenever there is a crisis in the market, you can go and Google that. Gold has appreciated. In 2003, the market was 50% down. Gold was 2.7% up. 2007, 2009 crisis, the market was 45% down. Market, I mean stock market. And the gold was 31% plus because people start buying gold in the crisis. Euro crisis 2011, 5.7% minus in the market, 34% growth in the gold. So that kind of growth we are talking about. If there is any crisis in the next few years, you will be, maybe you will grow your investment by maybe 10, 20, 30%. If you compare with a, let's say we are a generation, we have seen, let's say the model of every iPhone, for example. iPhone has started very low price. In 2007, a Model 1 was costed around 600 euros. That time you can buy it with a 0.92 per ounce of gold, or let's say around 28 gram of gold. 26 gram of gold you can use to buy iPhone 1. But on the other hand, now in 2024, a Model 16 Pro costs 1499 USD, which is approximately 0.6 ounce, or let's say 17 gram of gold. That means now you are paying less gold. If you had collected gold in 2007, you still left some gold and you can buy a Model 16 Pro. You still left with around 10 gram of gold. So gold knows no inflation. It is always growing. So how we can invest in gold? There are 4 types of investments you can do in Germany in gold. Number 1, you can go in the market and buy a physical gold in form of gold bars or gold coins from a goldsmith. But you don't want to keep the gold at your home because there is a risk, there is a theft happening. So what you can do, you can buy digital physical gold, which is also sometimes called gold ETCs, exchange trade commodity. So ETCs are a way of investing in physical gold, but at a digital form. So you don't need to keep the gold in your house. It is kept by the company in their vault, in their locker. But due to the regulation that it has to be in physical form, because of the tax benefits we're going to talk about, that means it is still in physical form. You can have it, access it. So we are bringing a gold saving plan. And number 3 is gold ETC. Gold number 4 is gold mutual funds. I forgot to mention that. Gold ETCs and gold mutual funds are similar to stocks. So you don't have any special tax benefits in that. There are general tax deductions, which is, let's say, 1,000 euros for single person and 2,000 euros for a married couple in a year from any capital gains are tax free in Germany. Otherwise, there is no special tax benefits for gold ETCs or gold mutual fund. The special tax benefit that you get on top of this is in physical gold or gold ETCs, which we are going to talk today, gold ETCs. So we are bringing a digital investment plan where you have to pay no capital gain tax. So even if it is exceeding your 2,000 euros limit, you still don't have to pay this 26.375% capital gains tax, what is almost 1/3 of your profits you gave to the government for taxes. You have to pay no income tax. So no, you don't pay any no income tax. Secondly, gold in Germany is exempted from sales tax or VAT. So in Germany, you don't pay any VAT on the physical gold purchase or gold ETC. That means you save that 19% VAT also on the purchase. And because it is 100% secured, because we are giving you insurance for that. So in case of crisis, or let's say there is a theft, your gold is 100% protected. You will get your money plus the growth, the profits, you will get it back because you have the insurance for that. So it is 100% safe. The only thing that you have to do if you want to get the tax-free benefits is that you have to hold it for minimum 12 months or a year. That's why you have no capital gain taxes, no income tax, and insurance is there. And it is equal to physical money because you can always exchange it and get physical money back to you. It is completely liquid. You can sell it anytime. So the gold saving plan is starting from, you can start even from 25 euros a month or one time payment of 250 euros. It is 100% physically deposited in the vault. And due to the legal regulation that to get the tax benefit, the gold has to be physically present. That is why it has to be manufactured. So we need to understand that what you are buying is still a physical gold. So you cannot buy it on a Google price. There will be a manufacturing and other costs that are involved with that, which can be depending on company to company. It will be between 8 to 12%. So if you compare with various companies in the market, the manufacturing cost and the transport and everything cost between 8 to 12%. We are on a lower side. We are at 8.06% in total. So that means if, let's say, the gold price is, let's say on Google, 80 euros per gram, because it should be manufactured, so you will buy, let's say, around 84, 85 euros a gram, because it is a physical presence. But on top of that, you are getting the tax benefits, no VAT, and other benefits what we just explained you. So please don't compare it with the Google price, because that is what people get confused sometimes, that why I'm paying a little bit higher than the Google price, because it has to be manufactured. It cannot be in digital form. If you are keeping in a digital form, like in gold ETF or gold mutual fund, then you don't get the tax benefits that are associated with it, which is no income tax, no capital gains tax. You are not exempted from that. So monthly gold investment plan even start with 25 euros a month. But now we have talked about a lot of cost and everything, because there is a insurance cost, there is a management cost. So we need to understand how much you have to pay in total. Let's say one person started investing 100 euros per month. That means he's investing 1200 euros in the first year. So there is a management fees of 5.95 euros per quarter. That is a fixed. So it doesn't matter if you're investing 100 euros a month or you're investing 1000 euros a month, 5.95 euros per quarter management fees is fixed. So you will pay 23.8 euros as a fixed management cost. Then comes the insurance cost, because the company has to give you insurance for your gold, because they have to store it. So that is 0.25% per quarter on the invested amount. So that means the person will pay 7.5 euros first year on the insurance cost. That means in total, he has paid 31.3 euros on a 1200 euros investment. That is 2.6% of the invested value. So that means if my total return is around 12.6%, I have paid around 2.6% in the cost. So that means approximately my effective return will be around 10%. That is around 65 euros. But how I can make it smart? I can invest more money, because few costs are fixed. It is not variable. So if I invest 300 euros a month, so I will pay only 1.28% as an effective cost. That means if my gold in return was 12.6%, now my effective return is 11.32%. So by investing more, I have reduced the overall expense ratio on my investment. If I invest more, for example, I am investing 1000 euros a month, my average cost is coming to 0.67%. That means if my return is 12.6%, my effective return is 11.93%. So I'm paying only 0.67% as a cost. So that is how I can invest more, and maybe I can plan better. Or if these are completely flexible investments, so you can start with an X amount and then you can gradually increase or decrease that. There is no foundation, there is no time foundation in that. There is no foundation that you have to invest for certain time. There is no foundation that you have to invest certain amount only. You can invest. I have clients who have started investing with 50 euros a month, then we increased it to 100, then 200. I will give you actual examples further. We also have a lump sum payment plan. So that means you can even invest in lump sum payment plan, where if you have a big amount, let's say 3000 euros or plus, even 50, 60, 70, 100,000 euros, you can invest in that and maybe get some benefits on that. Because if you are investing in a lump sum plan, firstly, the overall average buying and spreading cost, because still it has to be manufactured, but now we have given some benefit. So if, instead of 8.7%, the spread will be 6.7%. So you will not buy, let's say, on 80 euros, on 84, 85, you will buy, let's say, on 80 to 83 euros per gram approximately. It can be started from 3000 euros and go up to any amount. The gold is physically deposited in the vault. The vault is in Leipzig. It is in Germany, so it's a German manufactured gold. You get a certification if you want to physical gold also. That is also possible in both the plans. You can also access the physical gold. So you say that, Flash, I don't want to sell it digitally. I want it physically in my hand. I want to take it to India, for example. You let us know and we can get it delivered to you physically. That is also possible because it is your gold physically deposited, so you can access it. So lump sum payment plan, that you can invest a big amount and then you can get some X amount every month out of it. And this is also tax free if you are holding it for minimum 1 year. I give you an example, then you can understand it, that how you can flexibly put your lump sum amount and you can get the tax benefits also on that and get the growth of the gold. For example, I had a client who started investing, who invested in January 2005. So they invested 100,000 euros in January 2005 and they hold it for 1 year. That means they hold the investment. They did nothing. They didn't sold anything till January 2006. That means they have hold the complete investment for 12 months. Now what they started doing, they started selling 500 euros worth of gold every month and they started getting 500 euros out of it. Let's say you can consider it as a pension or let's say monthly support. So that means the person is getting 500 euros every month out of this plan to this account without any paying any tax because it is already tax free now. So what do you think, after getting 500 euros for 20 years, that means in 2004, what is the value of the amount that is still left in the investment? Can someone comment it? Can you comment it? What do you think that is the amount that is still remaining from that 100,000 euros in that investment account? Give me 2-3 please answers in the chat. What do you think is still remaining from that 100,000 euros after getting 500 euros every month? Okay, close bet. 200,000, entire 100,000. Okay, 100,000, 100,000. Okay, let's see that the growth chart of gold has showed such a growth that in 20 years the person has got 120,000 euros out of it without paying any taxes. So that means he already got more than what he had already invested initially, 120,000 euros. But because the value has increased so much in the gold, there is still 300,000 euros left in the investment and he can still keep getting a certain amount every month for maybe next another 20-30 years. So of course, these are, as we said, that prices, past prices are not reliable indicator of the future, but at least you can understand that how you can use smartly these kind of investments to secure your future. If you have a lump sum plan and you have put, if you have 100,000 euros, you have put in the in a maybe FD, or maybe you have put it in a bank account, the money have not reached that value. If you have taking 500 euros out of it every month, there's nothing a possibility of that. So you can see what a right investment can do to you even after getting that much amount out of it. So think about it, start investing. We are summarizing the benefits. No VAT, so saving of 19%. So German, if you compare the price of Germany and Indian gold, the German gold is comparatively cheaper because there is no VAT on that. So if you go and Google and check now that what is the price of Indian gold and what is the price of German gold, please compare the Google price in market price. So there is a Germany is cheaper in that. No long-term capital gain tax. If you are holding it for minimum 12 months, you are saving almost 26.37%, which is a long-term capital gain tax in Germany. And it is fully insured, 100% safe, and access to physical gold. If you want your physical gold in your hand, you can get it. And this is not me who's saying that. This is the American actor Danny Kaye. And what he says that money alone cannot make you happy. It also includes stocks, gold, and real estate. So do that. Now, just not a blah blah. I'm going to show you some actual investments from my client's portfolio so you can understand that if you have started already investing, or maybe if the client is already in the call, they will be happy to see their testimonies. So this is the client one. They started, I can show on the right side, you can see that they started in October 2022, where the gold price was around 58 euros a month. And he started investing with 100 euros, and in 28 months, he has invested 2,800 euros. And after paying the cost, after paying insurance cost, everything, the current value was 3,343 euros for this person. So he is still having around 500, how much it is? Yeah, 543 euros approximately in profits after cost and tax free. On the other hand, I have another client who started around 1 year later in June 2023. They started investing 100 euros per month, then they increased to 150, and then they increased to 200. You can see on the right side down. So the client saw the potential. They started increasing after a few months. And you can see that this client has also 2,800 in their investment, but because they have collected less gold over the time period, so that is why their invested value is currently less, because you can see the above client has 39 gram of gold in their portfolio. The lower client has around 37 gram of gold. So by investing same value, but starting bit earlier, the client one have got more gold in their portfolio. And this is not it. Gold is not a slow bet. This is one of another of my client. He is very unique client. He started very aggressive. He started investing 1,000 euros a month. So that means he has only invested for 10 months currently. And you can see these are the value difference in 14th Feb and 21st Feb. So 7 days difference. And the gold has increased its value by 100 euros just in 7 days. So he has the same amount of gold, 120 gram, but the value has increased by 100 euros. Of course, the values can go up and down, but I can show you that what even a delay of 7 days can do. So that means start now. The longer you think about investing, you will lose that time, that opportunity cost. You need to start now. So I'm at the end of the seminar, so we're gonna complete the seminar. Then I'm gonna take each and everyone's question, whatever is pending. So today's special cashback offers that we have on investments, on insurances, on loans and Bauspar, we are offering you cashback. So you can come to us and we can offer you cashbacks on most of the products that we are offering. Another special offer that we already discussed about, the Deutsche Bank free bank account. So you can come to us, we can offer you a Deutsche Bank account. The only requirement is that you should have a salary or minimum 500 euros per month, and you should not have a Zins Konto Plus in the last 12 months. If these two requirements are fulfilled, then we can offer you a free account. And we are also offering working opportunities. If you want to work with us as a freelancer, if you have a valid working visa, if you are a housewife, if you are a house husband, you need a second income, you have a full-time job, but you want to do something on the side, or you're a student, valid work permit, you can work with us as a part-time or a full-time. We can offer you, or you can even work as a referral, and we can offer you Ausbildung certifications. We can offer you everything free of cost. And this is our Facebook, this is our Instagram. You can follow us and support us. And now I'm gonna open the mic and we're gonna take all the questions. Thank you so much who is still there till the end of the seminar. So maybe one by one, people can start asking the questions. You can raise your hand.
Plush, can you please go to the slide where you showed the today's offers, please?
Yes, this one.
Yeah, this one. Okay, thanks. Yeah, just wanted to have a look.
Yes, Amit, you had a question.
Yeah, one question. You talked about this theft insurance.
Yeah.
So is it only cover the theft inside the house, or like the bicycle or any other theft from the car also?
Yes, so it also covers the bicycle theft and the car theft as well. Like in the car, if you keep, let's say, your laptop or something, and let's say someone broke into your car and stole it, yes.
Okay.
But if you are walking on the road and someone, let's say, stole your backpack, for example, or let's say snatch your laptop or maybe your gold chain, that is not covered inside. For that, you need a luggage insurance, which we also offer. So if you have a trick diebstahl, which is called a trick diebstahl, that means someone tricked you and take your stuff, stole your stuff, then also you can get a coverage. But that is a different insurance. We do have that also.
So this type of cover is covered under house rat or any other insurance which
Yes.
you mentioned?
So house rat covers, let's say, the bicycle theft,
Okay.
and your theft from your car.
Okay.
And also
Yeah,
from your workplace, If you are staying in an Airbnb or a hotel, from there also theft is covered in house rat.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
You're welcome. Next question, Hari Kumarji.
Um, Regarding the gold investments,
Yeah.
what is the minimum that you have to start?
You can even start with 25 euros a month, but I recommend at least 100 euros or plus to be started, because as you have seen, the average costs that are associated with that are effectively less the more you invest.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Next question, please. Any other questions?
Do we have something we can monitor on the how the gold investment is going on? Like,
Yes, you get a online access where you can log in and you can see what amount of gold you have, how much gram you have.
and the frequency is always monthly, or I can do it daily also.
No, it's not possible daily. It is monthly only. But if you want to put, let's say, sometime you say that Palash, the gold has gone down, I want to buy some lump sum amount. That is possible. We can send a form, and it is processed in the next 2-3 working days.
Okay, and also like you said, like Tagesgeld account where you can put the money and then put the money, and there will be interest on it top of it.
Correct.
So I have a Deutsche Bank account. How can I get a Tagesgeld account? I have to ask specifically to make it a Tagesgeld account, or
You can connect with us. We can see what kind of Deutsche Bank account you have, and then we can talk about it.
okay, yeah,
We
but
can do it in one-to-one call.
okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Nanda, Trilochan Nanda.
Yeah, hi Plas, very nice presentation. I just wanted to know, do you have your consultation fees, how it is for insurances?
No, we don't charge for any consultation. We speak in the beginning also. We don't charge any consultation fees until unless it is for tax related purpose or any other specific purpose. For general consultations like insurances, investments, we don't charge anything.
Okay, and for consultation for investment also, there will be no
There is
charge?
no charges for that.
Okay, and how to contact you? Just right away,
You
or-
can go to our website and or you can reach out to our team. We can send you then a link to book your call, and then you can book it according to your availability.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Thiagraj.
Yes, hi. What is advantageous? Is it buying physical gold and keeping it in a locker and pay a locker fees of 60 euros, 80 euros a year, or go for the ETC, which you have mentioned? Which is advantageous?
See, if you go and buy physically also, I would say then you have to, if you want to do it as a investment, then I would recommend you to buy digitally, because it is easier to sell also. But when you buy physically, then you have to also find ways to sell it physically. You cannot sell it digitally. Secondly, I'm not sure about the bank locker fees. It can be more also, but if you compare it here, for example, the management fees that we are having is only 23.8 euros. Yeah, that insurance cost you pay on your investment. So if you are investing more, then only you are paying more, but it will still be 0.25% per quarter. So that's not that much. So you're still saving money here compared to, let's say, buying physically and having an effort of putting in the locker. Plus, you can't buy it every month. Maybe you will lose the track of it. So better you buy it digitally. It happens automatically.
And one more question: if you have a own house or own apartment, is it advantageous to have a house, Wohngebäudeversicherung or a Hausratversicherung, or both?
If it is a house, then you need a Wohngebäude, that is a Pflicht, that is needed. So you can't have a house without a Wohngebäude.
Yeah.
Hausrat is optional.
Okay, if it is a house, then Wohngebäude is a must, and Hausrat is only an optional then.
Correct. But both cover different things. The Wohngebäude covers generally the damages from outside the house.
Feuer, Licht, and
exactly.
Sturm.
And the Hausrat covers from the inside damages.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Okay, and next, Sunny.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. First question, can we track our investments online? We're having our own profile.
Depending on what kind of investment it is. For example, gold, you have an online access, yes.
Okay. And the next question is, the person has to be in Germany to invest, or can be overseas citizen, let's say India or
If you are
any
a
other
German citizen
European?
and Yeah. If you are German citizen having a European or a German bank account, then yes, it is possible. If you are, let's say, an expat, and after a few years you are moving back to India, for example, and you have
Mhm.
no plan to come back, I would recommend take your investments with you.
Okay, so not living here when we are not citizen or not living in Germany.
I don't recommend it because you don't know what will happen in the future. They can change the rules, and then your money can be stuck. So I don't recommend it if you are not in Germany.
Okay.
Matlab, if you are you are a German citizen, or you have plans to come back and you have a tax ID number and everything, not a problem.
Mhm.
But if you have no plans to come back to Germany, I don't recommend it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Gupta, Puneet Gupta.
Hi, thank you so much for the wonderful session. So I do have a few questions regarding the gold investment. Like, in case if we are buying the physical gold, let's say 100 grams, and let's say in the future point of time I want to carry to India, like what are the restrictions or what are the challenges I might face?
You mean in physical form?
Yeah.
See, physical form, the only thing that you can face is that if you are not getting the right value of when you want to sell it, you have to take it to India. For example, you are
Mhm.
moving back to India. Then maybe you have to face issues with the ZOL. What is
Indian
ZOL in
customs,
customs?
custom.
Exactly. So these kind of issues maybe can be there. But apart from that, I don't see any major issues. But yeah, of course, you have to take care of the gold. Either you have to keep it in locker. That's a lot of extra workload. The investment should not be extra headache on your side. Even if you
Mhm.
pay, even if you don't save anything by investing digitally or physically, let's say there is no cost difference. For example, the costs are same. Still, I will recommend you to go digitally because it's much more efficient.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Malik, Rohit Malik.
Thank you.
I'm talking on behalf of my
Hello, Mr. Unial, Suresh Unial.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Rohit, I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. So thank you for this session and providing all the details. So, I just wanted to check, as you mentioned to one of the guy, that if on a single day we see that the prices are low and we want to invest today, and you will send us the form and everything will happen, and in 2 to 3 days we will get
Yeah.
that in our account. So, will we get the same day price on which we are applying, or do we get the price from
Of course,
after,
there is
like?
the price can be a little bit vary because let's say I can show you something here. Just a second. Yeah. So the purchases generally happen on Tuesday and Thursdays.
Okay.
Yeah. So if let's say you are applying on let's say Friday, so the purchase will help executed on Tuesday.
And if we are applying it on Tuesday or Thursday, then it'll be happen on same day, or what?
If we have applied like before the time, because they are saying that it is has to be happen on 12th of the clock. So depends how much time we have
Mm-hmm.
during that. I can't say yes and no on that. It can be like gray area.
Okay, so I mean, what I'm trying to understand
But
is
let's
the
consider
price
2 to 3
will
working days.
differ. The price will differ, right?
Yeah, a little bit differ because there will be, and plus you cannot actually exactly track it because firstly, because it's being processed in physical form, so that the transaction charges are there, the cost of manufacturing is there, so you cannot compare it because it is not exactly same as the Google price. That's what we have
No,
explained it also, no?
no, I totally agree. That's I totally understand. So I just wanted to check within your price, like whatever the charges we have to pay, like the making and whatever it is, whatever we call it. Like, so for an example, I asking you today, like, so buy 100 grams of gold for me
Yeah.
today with today's price, but after all the paperwork will take 2 to 3 days, and after 3 days it'll be more expensive. Like I'll get
Generally gold doesn't appreciate or depreciate so much. So of
Mhm.
course there will be minor, maybe 0.1, 0.2% differences. Yeah.
Okay.
But if you see the gold chart, they don't depreciate or appreciate so much. So it
Okay.
is comparatively stable.
Understood. Great. So, thank you. That was it.
So Mr. Kumar, Santosh Kumar. Okay, Mr. Amit Goyal.
Yeah, I already asked.
Okay. Mr. Unial, are you also done?
No. Plus, I was asking that if you started like in the gold investment,
Yeah.
then it is flexible. Like we can stop in between and we can take the
100%
amount.
flexible. There is no time foundation, no liabilities.
Okay,
You can
and you
increase it, decrease it, pause it, stop it. You can do everything.
and you guys will help in withdrawing the money, right?
Everything. We are
Okay.
there for everything for you.
Thank you, boss. Okay.
Okay. Then I see Miss Kanti Tamia.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm her husband. I'm asking
Okay.
this question on my on her
Mhm.
behalf. So yeah, I think your session was good today about the
Thank
goals.
you.
So what about the other instruments? Do you plan any other sessions,
We
or
have
we have
already
to?
did it. Actually, currently we have not planned for that. But if you DM us, like send a WhatsApp message, there's already a recording of the last seminar where we have talked about the mutual funds and all. So we can send it to you, and you can see it over the weekend whenever you have time.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you. Please send me. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Palash. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I was
yes,
not
Mr.
able to
Kumar.
unmute. Okay. What? So first question maybe what quality of the gold are you talking here for physical gold?
We are
So
talking about gold digital plan, the ETC.
okay. Okay. So when you say the gold in the physical, it also it is the gold in the physical and gold in digital funds. So both have the same tax benefits. Is it
Yes, both
understood
have the
correct?
same tax benefits, but
Okay.
less risk and less headache compared
Okay.
to physical gold.
Okay. So the digital one has less risk and but the maintenance charge and all other things are the same.
But if you even if you buy physical gold, then you have either you keep it on in your home or in a let's say a locker. Both have
Mhm.
risk. In your home,
Okay.
theft risk. In the locker, you have to pay locker fees. So comparatively, you are not
Okay.
saving any money by buying physically.
Okay. And this money that you are telling SIP is a fixed or it can be vary? Like
I just explained that it's variable. You can increase
okay.
it, decrease it. That is possible.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I'll
You're
get
welcome.
back to you. Yeah.
Okay. Next, Mr. Gupta, Hari Kumar Gupta.
Yeah, I have a stupid question to ask you.
There is
Suppose
no stupid question. You can ask anything.
suppose I did the investment and I took the physical gold. Okay,
Mhm.
I take that physical gold. I want to go to India. The customs in India, they will block me definitely.
See, yeah, that's what I said. That taking physical gold has their pros and cons. So it depends. I can't say yes and no on that. Maybe there can be exemptions when you are completely moving out of the country and moving back to the country. So maybe there are some exemptions that, to a certain extent, you can take out because you're closing everything and you're bringing all your stuff back. So maybe there are exemptions. But if you're generally traveling, there are limits. I know. I'm not sure about it, and I didn't check it in recent time. But I think there are a limit of 1 lakh Indian rupees for a woman and 50,000 rupees for a man. That is what you can take India without paying any custom there. Above that, I think you have to pay. But I am not sure about it. So you need to check with the custom rules what are there.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Any other question? Mr. Krishna, Yashwant Krishna.
Yeah, like do you do the tax filing as well?
Yeah, we do have a third party provider who does it for you. So you can DM us. We can provide you that detail separately.
Okay, so like can I have some WhatsApp group link
Yeah, it's
in chat?
already there in the chat. Vishakha has messaged. So you can
Okay,
go there
thank you.
and check. But don't book any tax related consultation on the link that they have provided. There is a separate link for the tax related consultation.
Sure.
Okay. Any other questions?
I have one question if no one
Yes,
is
Mr.
there.
Gupta.
So regarding the one-time investment, so there is no any limit for investing, right? Or it's like
Minimum
only
3,000 euros
2,500.
it is there. Minimum
Sorry?
3,000 or above.
Okay. Let's say if I have a netto income of 25k euros, and let's say if I'm investing the whole, I mean, just for an example, if I'm investing the whole 25,000 at a time,
Yep.
so like, do I literally save my 19% tax at the end, like when I claim the tax benefit for
No, no, no,
the
no. You're
previous year?
getting wrong here. So the 19% VAT is on the manufacturing cost.
Okay.
So that is what we are saying. For example, if you're buying in India, you have to pay GST, I guess, on gold.
Okay, got it, got it.
Yeah,
But
so that's what you are not
the
paying tax.
benefits what I have earned, for example, let's say I earn in the next 1 or 2 years some 5,000 euros as in my
That is tax free
benefit. Then
completely.
I don't need to pay tax for the
Exactly.
earned income, right? Okay,
Exactly.
okay, all right. And my second question is like, if you are doing this tax consultation, like what will be your charges?
Please DM us. That is, we have mentioned everything in the link because it is individually calculated. So we can't say that it will be the
Based on
approximate.
what you get back, or?
No, we have a fixed charge. It doesn't matter because it is not a fixed thing that you will get something back when you are doing a tax filing. Doing
Okay.
through a tax advisor only give you a surety that the tax will be filed correctly. It doesn't give you a surety that you will get something back.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Thank you.
Next, anyone has any questions? All right. So then I stop the recording and I thank
I have
you, everyone.
one question to ask.
Yes, Mr. Gupta.
Okay. Regarding the Tagesgeld account, the
Yeah.
Consult Bank, you said like 3.15, but you recommended Trade Republic.